Tonight, the lights burn bright over Orlando as the Houston Cougars meet the UCF Knights under the Friday night sky. It's more than a game. It's a clash of motive and memory. Houston arrives at 7-2, still tasting the ashes of their upset loss to West Virginia. UCF stands at 4-4, clinging to bowl hopes and pride, ready to defend the house that never sleeps. This isn't just a Friday night in the Big 12. It's the space game, the annual ritual that turns a football field into a launchpad for belief. The crowd glows in silver and black, the air hums with tension, and every snap feels like ignition. For Houston, everything flows through quarterback Connor Wegman, the calm in chaos. He's thrown for 16 touchdowns, run for 9 more, and carried the Cougars through games they should have lost. But his protection is fragile. That offensive line has already given up 5 sacks, and tonight he faces UCF's no-fly zone, the nation's 11th-ranked pass defense, allowing just 147 yards per game. Houston scores 29 points a night, but meets a wall that gives up only 18. UCF's secondary doesn't just defend, they erase. Across the field, Taven Jackson leads UCF's offense into the storm. Once a backup, now the centerpiece of a patched-together unit, missing its top receivers and both tight ends. His command isn't built on fireworks. It's built on survival. Short throws, clock control, and belief in a defense that keeps them alive. The Knights rank 20th nationally in total defense and play with the quiet fury of a team that knows its offense can't save it. This game won't explode. It will constrict. Field position becomes prophecy. Third downs become trials. Houston will try to run the ball, but UCF's crowd will move like gravity, pulling every Cougar mistake closer to collapse. And when it breaks open, it won't be flashy. It'll be a stand on 4th and short, a roar that shakes the bounce house. And today's AI pick is UCF +1.5. It's not about the spread. It's about who breaks first. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 2.
Tonight, the lights shift west to Memphis, where the air hums with the sound of consequence. The Tulane green wave rolls in from a loss that still smolders, a 48-26 collapse that tore at their season's fabric. Across the field, the 22nd-ranked Memphis Tigers wait, 8-1, efficient and undefeated at home for nearly 2 years. But the numbers don't tell the story. This is an elimination game, and elimination games don't obey math. They obey hunger. For Memphis, the story begins with a limp and a question. Quarterback Brendan Lewis is the pulse of this offense. Nearly 2,000 passing yards, 500 rushing, 16 total touchdowns. But his leg, twisted late against Rice, changes everything. The line moved 3 full points the moment he went from probable to iffy. Without him, this is not the same 8-1 team that's been crushing spreads and headlines. If he plays at less than full strength, the Tigers lose their rhythm, their red zone certainty, their edge in chaos. Tulane's Jake Retzlaff isn't perfect, but he is relentless. He throws, runs, and believes long after the clock says to stop. 16 total touchdowns, 500 rushing yards, and a refusal to fold after the UTSA embarrassment. His job tonight isn't to outshine Memphis. It's to outlast them, to lean on a ground game that ranks top 50 nationally, to slow the pace until every Memphis drive feels shorter, heavier, more fragile. Memphis has the discipline. Tulane has the desperation. And desperation is a kind of faith that a bounce back doesn't start pretty, it starts stubborn. Watch the penalties early, watch the hits on Lewis, and watch the field shrink when Tulane's defense forces 3s instead of 7s. Because this number, this +4.5, was written for games like this, when one team's pride meets another's injury report under Friday night lights. And today's AI pick is Tulane +4.5. Because the wave doesn't vanish, it reforms. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 3.
Tonight, the scene shifts to Los Angeles, where the air hums under the Coliseum lights. The Northwestern Wildcats arrive from the quiet of the Midwest, carrying a defense that's been their anchor all season. The USC Trojans wait beneath banners and pressure. Ranked 20th, restless, and armed with one of the most explosive offenses in college football. The line reads 14.5, the total 51.5. But this game hums with a different number, the one where tempo and talent collide faster than expectation can hold. USC's offense has no chill. They average nearly 40 points per game and over 500 yards. Quarterback Jaden Mayava operates Lincoln Riley's playbook like a math problem he already solved. Quick reads, fast tempo, and no wasted seconds. And when the air raid pauses, King Miller becomes gravity itself, averaging nearly 8 yards a carry across his last 3 games. This is the side of USC that doesn't just score, they accumulate inevitability. Every drive feels preordained, every possession another candle lit against the dark. Northwestern's answer isn't surrender, it's deceleration. Their defense ranks among the nation's best, holding opponents under 17 points a game. But even steel melts under heat, and tonight the heat is relentless. The Wildcats' offense may surprise. They don't win with flash, they win with patience. Caleb Kamalafe will carry until the clock itself starts to bend, turning small runs into long drives. And when the Trojans loosen to protect the deep ball, Northwestern's ground game can find light between the fractures. This is not a defensive duel, it's a slow ignition. Northwestern will hold for a while, but USC's rhythm turns possession into motion, and motion into points. By the fourth quarter, structure fades, and the scoreboard becomes ritual. Drives extend, mistakes create openings, and both teams begin to score faster than they should. And today's AI pick is over 51.5, because fire finds its way through every plan. Will we cash or will we burn? On to the recap with Lilith.
The lights fade, and the noise of Friday night turns to memory. 3 games, 3 fires, each one burning its own story into the weekend sky. Tonight's AI picks are locked. Game 1, UCF plus 1.5 over Houston. Game 2, Tulane plus 4.5 against Memphis. Game 3, over 51.5 in Northwestern versus USC. Ahora, las selecciones de IA de esta noche están selladas. Juego 1, UCF plus 1.5 sobre Houston. Juego 2, Tulane plus 4.5 contra Memphis. Juego 3, más de 51.5 en Northwestern contra USA. Will we cash or will we burn? Ein Feuer verliert nichts, wenn es eine andere Flamme entzündet. A fire loses nothing when it lights another flame.